Good morning, good morning. Hey, everybody, Charles here, and welcome to another great show. Listen, I'll give you 1 second, I'll give you 1 minute. Tell a friend, tell everybody we are live. Yes, we are live right now, and we have something special coming up for you. I got three fantastic gentlemen that's going to be coming live on the show to give you some information what a great event coming up pretty soon. But before we get there, I got a co-host today. She's going to come on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Samita. Where you at?
Hello,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. All right. So you've been coming on a little bit more. So like now you're a veteran at this thing. You're getting more comfortable. How you been?
I'm good. Celebrating Diwali.
Ah, there you go. There you go. I've been hearing fireworks pop all over the place in my neighborhood. We're having some fun here this week.
So you have fun in Diwali? Did you celebrate?
I did. I'm getting the culture going in. I'm going outside, enjoying the food, going the culture. So it's fantastic time.
Great, that's nice.
All right. So today we got three gentlemen that are coming on the show, and you're going to talk about a special event that's coming up soon. It's happening December 8th, 2023 at Metro Hall. And like we said last time, it says 5 p.m., but what time we want everybody to get there?
4 p.m.
That's right. Get there
4
early.
p.m.
Get the parking spot. Make sure you're at the front row. Get early access because this is going to be a show, an event you don't want to miss. So who's our first customer coming up? Let's call on Dean. Dean, let's go.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? How you, Charles? Sarita, how are you? Happy
Nice
I'm
Diwali.
good.
Happy
Thanks for
Diwali.
asking.
Nice to have you on the show, Dean. So I'm going
Thank
to
you
leave
very
you
much
two
for having
alone, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
me. Okay. Shashmita, how are you? Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you too. Thanks for
Thank you so
asking.
much. We have many of my college students been celebrating all week, and they're exhausted, but they have big smiles on their faces, and they're enjoying it. It's been great.
Yeah, I'm missing home, so we have to celebrate with friends.
It's a beautiful celebration.
Yes. As you know, we are promoting a women empowerment event, which is going to be held on December 8th at Metro Hall at 5 p.m. But we want everyone to be coming at 4 p.m. So today's podcast is on men on women empowerment. So my question for you is that in what ways have you personally supported women's empowerment in your personal or professional life?
Wow. Well, I've been a feminist. I have three daughters, and they're very
Yep.
successful and they're lovely. Thankfully, they look like their mother. And they're wonderful, very successful young women. And so this has been a passion of mine for a long time. So, how we do it, we actually set up a women's leadership lab at our college campus here. And all of our faculty, the male and female role models, take part in this. And the idea is because most of our students are first generation Canadians, brand new immigrant adults. They get a chance to get exposed to what how we want them to react in Canada, how we want them to act, because they come with different cultures and different perspectives. And we're bringing them in to say, here's some role models you need to meet, you need to talk to, male and female, so we can have open discussions on how you can find your career, how you can seek out your goals and be happy. And when I met the IWB women, okay, I got even more energized because the role models in IWB are amazing, and they've come and spoken to our students on campus, and our students are totally empowered. They come to your meetings once a week. We're going to be inviting them more often. So December
That's
8th,
great.
4 o'clock, we're going to be promoting the heck out of it because it's an incredibly important event for all of us.
Yes, nice. It's very important to do this women empowerment event because there are many women who are struggling come out of their comfort zone and to be outspoken.
There are, and we do have open discussions on this, and we bring in guest speakers who have, and role models who can talk, male and female, because it's not an either or. It's us in this together, working together, so that women who are struggling for various reasons can know they have a safety net to go to, and people that will agree with them of all genders. And that's really important. And it's an important message to know they're not alone.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
Yeah, it really is important. So I'm really pumped and excited, and we're going to be marketing this throughout the entire campus and campuses actually that we have. And I know a lot of our adult women are already talking because they're very much a fan of what IWB does, and the women and the role models that are there. That would be you as well.
Yes, I will be there.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, so December 8th, 4 p.m. or earlier, we'll be there
At Metro Hall.
at Metro Hall. Okay, where? And Metro Hall on King Street.
Yes.
Okay, sounds. I think it sounds. I think it sounds wonderful. Why are and thank you for allowing me the time to come in and talk about this here, and certainly talk about it on our campuses because it's really necessary today.
And my pleasure. And thank you for giving your time
It's absolutely
and
my.
being on the podcast.
It's absolutely my pleasure. I'm with a great bunch of people, and it's an honor to be included in this group. And I look forward to seeing you again on December the 8th at 4 p.m. at Metro
Yes,
Hall.
sure, we'll meet. Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dean. So don't go nowhere. We're going to bring you back a little later into the show. So
Okay, well.
sit tight. Right now, we're going to bring on Steven. Steven, where are you going? Where you at? Let's go. Hey, Steven, how you doing?
I'm here. I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's always great to see you, Steven. You got a lot of projects going on, a lot of great things going on. So but I'm going to talk to you about that a little after. I know she's got some questions for you, so let's go.
Shashmita, how are you, my dear?
I'm good, Stefan. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm fantastic. So what's going on? What's the question you have for me?
Yeah. So the question I have for you is, how can men contribute to breaking down gender stereotypes and promoting a more inclusive environment?
Wow, that's a good question. So, I've always been a really advocate of women. First of all, the human race. We're all together anyway, as Dean had so eloquently pointed out. I think the reality is that we need to come together, and this goes for both men and women. We need to come together. We can't isolate them. We can't call the men the bad guys in this, and men have to realize that we have to educate them as well. And men, that comes from men. That's the real thing that I can tell you, that there's probably no greater advocate for women than men who support women. Women can certainly run around and do what they do, and that's fantastic. But you need the men to step up, because I have conversations, for example, that with men that a woman can't have, because men will push back, and we've had it so male dominated for so long.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me that, and my answer to this particular gentleman was, well, for many, many years, it was about the physical, the survival of the fittest. I mean, the physical, and obviously men dominated that. But that's about the only category that we do dominate in. And we have to start realizing that. And we need to do this together, because desperately now, more than any time, maybe in the history of our world, we need to come together, and we need both men and women, because women offer an entirely different perspective in business, in life, than men do. And so we need to come together to do that. So I'm a big fan.
That's nice. Yeah, we need, I think it should be like equal. The responsibilities and everything is equal.
Yeah, I think it would be nice if it was that way. Personally, in my businesses, I can tell you it's not equal. It's more women and in leadership roles. Now, my businesses are all around, doing good and everything, where there's a real emotional side to that. And quite frankly, I mean, I don't think even most men would agree. I mean, the women have that emotional side far more than men do. And so sometimes that's needed. I think that we just have to make sure that we're doing things together. When we do, for example, when we do our team meetings, when we do our strategy sessions, we are absolutely make sure that not only is the gender equality, but we have a real diverse, group of people, which we're very diverse, our companies, so that we get all these different perspectives, because you never know who's going to say something and where that can lead to. So that's really, really important. But we need to do that as a human race now. We need to start looking at that. And And unfortunately, so sometimes we do the groups that are like women, ethnic groups. Sometimes they push back and don't want to do it. Kind of want to do it on our own and saying, we're going to step up and do this, and this is the way it's got to be, and everything. And they end up alienating the group that they need to work with, and so everybody's got to remember that we're in this together, and that the only way that we're going to solve a lot of the problems that we're facing today is by doing it together. And in my companies, one of the most important things, we have it built on three things: it's transparency, it's sustainability, and it's collaboration. And collaboration means from all different sorts, all different genders, all different ethnicities. It's extremely important that happen. So that's what we have to do.
That's nice. Stefan, you explained so beautifully how to break down the stereotypes.
Well, as you know, I'm one of the co-founders of IWB. And I must say, people always come to me and ask me about that. And it's the organization. I mean, I envisioned what it was, but I had no idea the true remarkable way that Svetlana and her group of women have taken this organization. And I think it will be not only the largest immigration in Canada, but potentially in North America with some of the things they're doing. But it's going to be it's going to be the go-to organization where immigrants come, not just women, but men, to get educated, to work with universities like Dean's and educational facilities where we can make sure that, we're really creating the next generation of great Canadians, men and women. And that's really, really important, I think, for everybody and for the future of our country.
Yeah, that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stephen. So, Stephen, stay close. We got another great gentleman coming on, so we'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. All right. One thing I love about IWB and all the networking we do, we meet different people. And I've met this next gentleman at one of the IWB great events. And since we've been coming on, we've been great friends. So I want to bring him on. My friend, how you doing?
Hey Charles, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good.
Hi,
Good to see you.
how are
Good to see you. And I'm
Same
telling
here.
everybody that they need to come out to these events, men and women, because you're going to meet great new friends. Like if it wasn't for IWB, I would have never met you. We've connected and, we're thinking about doing some stuff together, working together. So it's great to have you on the show, my friend.
True that. And you never know what opportunity knocks your door, when you're at a networking event, especially in IWB.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave you two alone. I'll be back.
Sure.
Hi,
Hey, sister.
Siddhant, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. So how was the Diwali?
Well, it was amazing. I spent it with my family here in Toronto. And I have another
that's
one coming up
sweet.
next weekend with other relatives from another part of India. So let's see.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So my question for you is how can other men become better allies and advocates for women in their communities and workplaces?
Okay. Since I come from a analytics background, I'll first say this: speak up and know that they are at a disadvantage. Beat any society in the world, even if you take example of say the past 100 years, women have been at a disadvantage because of the way the societies have been structured, and that is where you'll have to understand. As a man, you come in and you support them just by first speaking up. Second, as I mentioned, that in a room full of opportunities, if you know a woman in your network, a great friend who can, grab that opportunity, do something amazing for her life, for her family, or just contribute professionally, you connect them with that opportunity. So that's how do you do that, and that is where our event on 8th December also comes up. In MBA, what they say is that a deadline is 1 minute before the start of the event, and that is why I'll tell everyone to be there by 4:59 p.m. If you have to move at 3:30 or 3 o'clock to reach by 4:59, please do that.
Yes, it's 3:59. We want everyone to be coming at the event at 4.
Okay. That's great. Sorry for that. In that case, yes, reach 3:59 Okay, even if you have to move at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, do that, but be there.
Mm.
All right. So here I'm going to bring back everybody back onto the main stage. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break. And if you don't know about IWB, here, take a look.
Immigrant Women in Business, IWB, is a non-profit organization bringing together women from over 50 different countries around the globe. These women have now made Canada their home and share a common goal of providing value to their new sisters. Our motto of "We are stronger together" resonates with all members, and with a diverse membership of business leaders, entrepreneurs and community builders, our goal is to make Canada better and provide guidance and leadership to those that follow.
Yes. In the commercial, it says guidance and leadership. This is an open discussion. Anybody can jump in. Talk about guidance and leadership, because when new people come from all around the world, they get here. There is no guidance and there is no leadership. Everybody's lost. I remember when my dad said he first came from Jamaica, it's really hard to know where to go, where to navigate, who to talk to, what can we do? You have a beautiful organization like IWB that's there to help. So I think I'm going to jab this one at you, Stephen. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, IWB, first of all, it's 5-6 years old. We had a strategy to ensure, I mean, one of the things we want to focus on, we are focusing on, is making sure that new immigrants get properly, educated on the way Canada is, the way, the different things available to them. And that's why, for example, and it's no secret anymore, it was for a while, but, we're launching a new app next year. It's called IMI, which is produced by IWB, and IMI stands for Immigrants Mentoring Immigrants. So they'll have that, right, as it'll be like an ArriveCan type thing. And we'll be pushed by the government and say, download this app. And when you get off the plane, reach out, find a mentor from your own country or somebody else that you seem to resonate with, and make sure you understand how things are done. So, we're taking these steps. It takes time, obviously, but that's one of the big ones for us. And I think more and more now immigrants are starting to tell the story of how they're getting help and how things are going, especially with the Ukrainian thing and, all these different things that have happened. I mean, IWB is responsible for over 300 jobs, probably the single biggest organization, including the government, for getting them jobs when they got here. So, they've done a lot, but a lot more to do. And Svetlana and her team just keep growing and getting better. And so, yeah, I think that's going to be a really, really helpful tool.
Yeah. So, Dean, you're talking about your students. Can you tell us of the new generation that's coming? How do they feel about learning that there's different organizations like this to empower women? Can you talk about that?
Well, they're really excited, actually, and it's one of the reasons that we actually connected, with IWB, is because what we're doing is bringing the college immigrant student, introducing them to these professional organizations, specifically IWB. And I can tell you firsthand that the energy and the network that's being developed in this one campus has been huge. What the other thing that we are doing collectively together is taking this energy into other college and university campuses, because this is where we really have to connect, right? The pathway that Stephen was talking about, right? There's multiple pathways into Canada as an immigrant. We're helping IWB from the college side of this right now in Ontario and university side. And the reaction we're getting is incredibly positive. They're energized. The confidence these women have coming to these events and then continuing to network is enormous. So thank you, IWB, for doing everything that you're doing, because it's paying off in spades, and that's working.
Yeah, and you said it so great, Dean. It's the networking key, and I keep trying to tell everybody, networking is key. If you're new and you don't know where to go, what to do, come out. Anybody, it's your first time, just come out, sit at the back, just watch. You'll find out that there's so much love and networking, and you'll find someone and say, hey, that's what I want to do. Hey, that's the field I want to go into. Maybe I can go talk to them or say things. But the question I have for everybody, I'm going to put it up on the screen, is right here. How should men be involved? Talk about it. Anybody can jump on. How should men be involved?
Well, I like to chip in first. So the very first thing men can be involved is awareness. Make them aware about the challenges that women face. So they should also go out in the networking events where a lot of women. They talk to them, they understand them, what challenges women face, and then they see in their current position with the current skill set, how can they help women. So when I came as an immigrant here, I started networking right away, and you wouldn't believe, currently I've helped two women who are connected with IWB get interview calls from a lady who I met in the very first month of my being in Canada, and that's how you build it. So you remember who's where, and then when the right time comes up or you say something and you're connected with them, just connect them with each other, and you never know what doors it will open for them. I'm telling you that with experience. Just remember about them, connect them with others.
There it is. Fantastic. All right. So before I let everybody go, we're going to do a round table real quick. Samita, I'm going to start with you real quick. Tell everybody why they should show up on December the 8th, Metro Hall.
Oh, as we said that this is an event we are doing to promote women empowerment. So here we are raising the awareness about the issue of domestic violence, which is a leading cause for the homelessness of Canadian women and children. So this event provides a platform for all women to be outspoken and to meet all the men and women with their stories, and they get motivated by listening to them, and they also get motivated to they get the confidence, they will be getting confidence to speak about them as well, and they will be getting a support by speaking out. So as Siddhant said that women should be outspoken, so you will be getting a support if we be outspoken. So this is the event for all the women and men to come out and be outspoken about your experiences, about your downfalls and everything.
All right, Dean, shoot it off. Why should everybody show up?
Oh, because they're going to meet a huge amount of change makers and leaders from both genders who are here to say we're in solidarity and lockstep with you. This is a movement that must continue and needs momentum, and it needs leadership, and it needs change makers. And we're all here in solidarity with this movement to help that happen. That's why we're here. December the 8th.
There you go. Stephen, I'm leaving the last word up to you, my friend.
Well, I'm excited about it. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it. And one thing I will just say regarding the question you threw up, Charles, is that when men come, make sure you listen. Come to listen and learn. I mean, it's so powerful. Yeah, you can share your story or whatever, but I get motivated every single event listening to these stories of these women, some of the things they've overcome. It'll give you a new appreciation of just how strong they are. And so come on out, meet a bunch of people, make sure you go up and introduce yourself. It's one of the greatest events for meeting new people. But if you're a man in particular, come and listen, because that's where we can, once we understand, we want to seek to understand first and then be understood. This is really, really important. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. December 8th, Metro Hall, 4 o'clock. Or Shamita is going to be out hunting for you. So
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. Make sure you get there early. Get your seats. Get your everything. I know everybody's like 4 or 5 o'clock. Yes, we're just joking around. It starts at 5. But the reason we're saying they're so early, because you want to make sure you get a great seat. This is going to be fantastic. Great speakers with everything. I don't want you coming to me later and going, Charles, I should have got there earlier. I was at the back. I should have met this person. They were all at the front. Hey, we told you, get there early. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on the show. You didn't have to watch. You're so glad that you did. But I always tell you, call a friend and let them know we got a special event coming on. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Immigrant Women in Business, IWB, is a non-profit organization bringing together women from over 50